What is something that makes you say man, if ******ing hate people? Working in customer service. People who litter. Especially when there is a bin literally a meter away. Plastic litter on nature trails is really fucked up to me. Like, how does one enjoy a nature trail and at the same time think it's okay if we all toss Gatorade bottles there? When a coworker decides to correct me by sending a passive-aggressive email and copying the boss and the whole group instead of just saying something to me privately and in person. After working as a critical care nurse for years now, you'd think it would be the countless IV drug abusers or alcoholics that I treat in the MICU. But it's not my patients that make me think that. It's their families. I get that most of the time. People are nervous for their loved ones. They don't want to lose their parent. But I see this situation happen over and over. When it's time, people can't just let go. So 95-year-old Nana comes in and has trouble breathing. We ask her if she would want to be intubated if necessary and says no. She doesn't want that or CPR. But there isn't a form and her daughter is healthcare proxy. Too bad the family doesn't respect that. So we tube her. But her blood pressure can't handle the sedation. So we need to start pressors. Then she develops a pneumonia. So we've got to pump her with antibiotics. But oops. Too bad she's already gone septic. Start some more pressors. Who care if she loses a few fingers and toes in the process? We've got a BP right. Get some bedside dialysis going too. Might as well. Until ultimately, we tell the family it's getting to be futile and we should really just make her comfortable for her own sake. But no. They don't agree. Fuck your years of schooling and experience. So Nana codes. I do chest compressions and break all of her ribs in the process. We shock her and slam her with drugs and fluids for a half hour until eventually there's literally nothing more to do. I'm sorry, I know this was such a long rant. I just got off an overnight. But his happens so often and every single time I just think of the agony we put this person through in their last days on earth, all because a family couldn't respect their loved one's wishes. Please. When it's time, just let me pump them with morphine and Ativan and let them go in peace and comfort. Might seem trivial, but it fucking drives me nuts when people get off an escalator and just stop and decide where they want to go next. It's like, I can't stop this thing, you need to keep moving. Also people who stand in doorways. Edit. Wow, I am so glad others feel the same. Also thank you kind stranger for my first gold. People being assholes to servers, hosts at a restaurant. People. Edit. Thanks for the awards guys. And LT. 3. Anytime I hear about rape gangs, child prostitution rings or morgue parties, a lot of people are just screwed in the head. People like Epstein were so brazenly breaking the law. Lately there have been quite a few instances of someone or potentially multiple people putting poisoned meat out near dog parks. There is absolutely no valid reason to do that, and I hope they catch the asswipes. People who say, oh, it's their job to clean up after me, or I'm making sure that they're still employed, as an excuse for not cleaning up after themselves in public. Like, no. You don't leave a soda spilled everywhere and then not even attempt to clean it up. You don't leave rolls and rolls of toilet paper all over the floor in the bathroom. You don't leave bags of popcorn and drinks and popcorn all over a theater floor and seats. Take responsibility. Clean up your mess. People that find the utmost joy in saying nasty shit behind others' back. Either that or people that plot on other people's demise. You know, like sit there and watch them make a mistake only to use it against them for their own personal gain when they could have just helped them in the first place. People who mistreat animals. I just can't fathom the mindset that enables someone to hurt truly innocent creatures. People who drive drunk or texting. People who don't return their grocery cart. Like, who do you think you are? Porch pirates. People thinking, hey, I know that's not mine, but I want it so I'm taking it, makes my blood boil. When people twist the truth and accuse you of things you didn't do and people side with them. Student paramedic in the UK here. For context, you don't pay for healthcare in the UK, including the ambulance service. We often have patients who will ring us up and say over the phone things like, I have chest pain is a high priority case and often gets dispatched as quick as possible. But upon arrival they will tell us, I never said I had chest pain, yet we ring and ask for a transcript of the conversation and there it is. 9/10 times we have to take them into hospital to check they're okay just in case there is any heart or lung issues. But people will lie to get things seen quicker through the emergency pathway. But people will get us out for anything because they can't be bothered to A. Drive themselves, B. Pay for a taxi, C. Get public transport, or D. Wait to see their GP, family doctor. You can leave people at home and tell them you won't take them, but if they ring back, another crew will be sent out, or even worse, something bad could actually happen and you're stuck with the liability. It makes me so annoyed people see it as a taxi and not as an emergency service. But let me clarify, this is a small amount of people, but they're definitely there. Edit. My personal opinion, for all those saying this is why things shouldn't be free, this is a minority of people who do this. All of my patients are treated with dignity and respect. I've had people who've come off motorbikes, attempted suicide, heart attacks, pulled muscles, chest infections, the works. I know each and every one of them, no matter how dire the circumstances, will be treated fairly and equally for their condition with a care plan to look after them after they leave hospital. The NHS has saved my life and countless others, and takes a small sum out of my taxes at the end of the month without the worry that I need to fork out for insurance. From all the comments for American and other EMS colleagues from around the globe, you guys are rocking it, by the way. Keep up the stellar work. The situation is similar in their work. People just don't pay, as a result your insurance premiums go up, and to pay the difference. In the end, everyone pays for everyone else. Edit. Important. Please don't let this put you off calling an ambulance. If you are genuinely worried about yours or someone's health, call us up. We'd rather arrive and find it was nothing than be called when you're at your worst. Just give us some snacks. Yeah. Thanks for the gold. And the platinum. When they did something obviously wrong and still openly denies it. Driving. Every single day. Basic goddamn concepts like merging, passing lanes, blinkers, etc. always seem to elude the backwoods dumbfucks in the redneck-infested state that I live in. It's really not hard to pay attention to what you're doing on the road. Some people are absolutely fucking brain dead though. Edit. Tie for gold and silvers. Adults who take youth sports way too seriously. Animal cruelty really makes my blood boil. People who can't take no for an answer and will push you to agree, accept what they say. People who can't accept criticism when they fuck up and affect other people's lives. People who can't have a discussion where they are being told a fact and they disprove it because back in the day. Or authority arguments should always win. It teaches you some hardcore patience when you have to deal with people like these on the daily. When people don't pick up their dog's poop. YouTube, Instagram, social media influencers who make a living off being an obnoxious piece of shit. With thousands, millions of mindless drones rooting them on. Buying their merch. Giving them advertising power. And imitating them. Edit. And to clarify, I'm not talking about all influencers. I'm specifically talking about ones who harass, annoy, and distress people, usually completely random bystanders. Cause drama. And have a mindless legion of followers who support it all the way. People who abuse their power and get away with it scot-free. One of my friends are being bullied to the point of wanting to commit suicide because he is against underage drinking and drugs. FaceTime. In public. Man. Fuck those people. Every day when I hear about the next despicable, vile thing done by the human race. Especially if it involves kids or animals. People can be so cruel. So a guy was tailgating me. Seriously. Not like he was kind of close. I'm talking I tap brakes and we are both done kind of close. I'm going over the speed limit too. So when he finally goes to pass me, I go to flick him off. I turn to do it. But he's already flicking me off. Totally taking the steam out of my middle finger. He was the one driving like an asshole. Gestures broadly at everything. Driving. I always ponder the dangers of overpopulation when driving. Lazy fucks who can't put their shopping carts away. Assholes who pull out in front of you when there's no one behind you. Dipshits who are mowing and blowing their grass and trash into the road. Fuckwads who double park. Cunt bubbles who don't tip no matter what. Knob goblins who take stuff from the frozen food section and leave it elsewhere in the store. There's more. Keep it going. Cheating in most of its forms. Whether that's having sex with a person other than your partner or driving in the emergency lane to cut ahead of traffic. It doesn't matter. They both get me flustered. Weirdly, I don't consider cheating in exams or in sports to be that bad. Though that depends on the manner of cheating. When people slow down as soon as they cut in front onto your lane on the highway. Worst is when they do it with no blinkers. People who abuse the elderly, disabled, children, animals or anything that cannot defend itself pushes me over the edge. I can't comprehend why anyone would do that. Reason for the shit punctuation is I never bothered in school, so sorry for that face with rolling eyes. My job. Oh. And people. People make me hate people. Anyone who parades their opinion around as if it is solidly factual. No. Your emotional reaction does not equals fact. No. Your deeply held, gut, feeling is not a fact. No. Getting belligerent and offended doesn't make it a fact. Fucking hate people, man. Lol. People who abuse other people. Or abuse animals. The fact that people at festivals care about Earth and the amount of litter on the ground is disgusting. Not to mention, even if every bit of it was picked up, it would still end up on the ground, and these people somehow think okay. Kind of a giant double standard if you ask me. Anyone who is cruel to their animals. Neglecting feeding them or vet care. I don't understand those type of people or why they do this. A dog in my country went viral because it was recently put to sleep because acid was thrown at it. The pics were of her raw skin, and to see the owner posting her before pic was unreal. Owner was not responsible. Dog escaped and whoever did it hasn't been found. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. If you would like to see more content like this in the future, subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified about future videos. Now check out one of these interesting videos.